Oh, yeah.
Now that's what I call lifting with your legs.
This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Bruno. We've got a great matchup in Toronto tonight as the Leafs host the Kings. And after an opening night loss, the Buds have bounced back with consecutive wins. But the fans are still waiting on one thing to happen, an Auston Matthews point, as the reigning Rocket winner has no goals and no points through 3 games. And this drought matches the longest of his career to start a season. Now, we wouldn't bet against him to get a point, but scoring against LA has been difficult his entire career. Auston Matthews has lit the lamp just 4 times against the Kings, which is his lowest goal total against any franchise. But now I'm like, well, he's also not started this slow, so maybe we should bet on Matthews because it's the opposite. Do the opposite. The other big question for Toronto is in net, and it seems like Joseph Woll is close to coming back, but not for this game. But based off what Craig Berube is saying, it seems like we could see him on the ice soon, which puts Anthony Stolarz in line to start tonight. And going back to last season, he's allowed 3 or more goals in just 8 of his last 29 games. Listen, we know sweet angel baby Woll is gonna have a couple of injuries this season. It's just kind of the way it's gone with him, so it's good to know that we're getting reps in for Stolarz. Like, we need this. The Kings come into this one with no regulation losses yet this season, and a lot of players with points after the 8-7 overtime loss in Ottawa. Leading the way is captain Anze Kopitar, who at 37 is aging like a fine wine, and just 2 points back of the NHL leading points. What's also been great to see for LA is 2021's first-round pick Brandt Clarke's strong start. Try saying that 10 times fast, okay? Clarke had 3 assists in the loss to Ottawa, has been playing over 17 minutes a game, which is 4 more than when he was playing last season. Let's give the hometown a shout. Auston Matthews, pull one up, buddy. To the association, and we are getting so close to the start of the NBA season. As in just 6 days, NBA basketball will be back on our TVs. And we're a full week away until the Raptors start their season against the Cavs. And we all heard Masai and Jakob Poeltl on Media Day about how this year is a rebuilding year. But they did just beat the Celtics in a preseason game last night. And the Celtics were playing their dudes. But Grady Dick absolutely went off, scoring 27 points on 12 of 21 shooting. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably the best he's looked in a Raptors uniform. But what does this mean for the regular season? Well, checking the Fanduel odds, they're over-under set at 29.5, with some juice on the under, meaning the public thinks they're gonna go over that number. The playoffs are much more of a long shot, at almost 5-1, but the real value might be that play-in number at plus 135. And honestly, a Raps team competing for the play-in would surpass many pundits' expectations for this group. Now, if you're looking for a fun flyer on some Raps players, may I suggest the most improved player market, as we've got a trio of Raptors in Quickly, Barrett, and Barnes, all ranging from 25-1 to 30-1. This is so exciting, no? Before the season starts, just doing a little sprinkle, not too much, but just a little sprinkle across the board so you feel like you're covered. Now, this is the Raptors' 30th anniversary season, and we will see Vince Carter's jersey retired by the team. But could Kyle Lowry be the next Raptor to see his jersey hanging from the rafters?
I think, Vince's jersey's going up is going to be a phenomenal special night. I think he's well deserving of having his jersey retired just because of what he's meant to the franchise. If I go up there, hopefully one day it happens. It'll be a very emotional, fun night, but we'll see when that time comes, if that time comes.
He's just so humble, you know? He's just, man, I miss him. You can watch the start of the NBA season Tuesday on TSN. It starts at 7 Eastern with the Knicks and Celtics. Then after that, it's the T-Wolves and Lakers. Time now for my favorite segment, and yours, Why We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
And basketball has made some pretty crazy evolution since James Naismith put up those peach baskets. And at the Basketball Hall of Fame, you can actually take shots and relive the evolution of the hoop. Okay, but to be fair, the basket itself, once it's changed to a net, it really didn't change that much. Okay, let's switch to some soccer, because this kid is one of the most elite skill sets we've ever seen. Okay, he's literally doing that with his hair also in his face, which again is another skill. Amazing. Well, he had a headband on. It was just so long that it was also in his face. Now joined by our guy Wes Cheng to talk some WNBA. Great to see you, Wes.
Hey, great to see you, Marissa.
Okay, Wes, Game 3 of the WNBA Finals are here. This series is all tied up for Game 3 tonight, but the Liberty should arguably be up 2-0. Are you expecting them to seize control of the series tonight?
I think they're the more talented team. They've had huge leads both of these games, except in Game 1, they managed to actually let it, go all the way back. Even in Game 2, this was a 2-point game with less than 4 minutes to go. I think the Liberty will kind of tighten the ship here, really get a hold of their kind of fourth quarter collapses they've had. And I think this could be a road win for the favorites.
Okay, Wes, give us your best bet for Game 3.
Oh, I said Liberty to win. I like Courtney Williams on the links on the other side here. I like her to go over her point prop. I think she's just been an absolute dog during the playoffs. 5 out of 7 games, she's gone over this player prop number. Just pure eye test. Look at the way she's handled herself during these finals. She's been an absolute alpha for them. I think at that number, she's definitely capable of going over, and I think they're going to need her, especially if this game ends up being tight. It's a playoff game, going to have heavy minutes.
Wes Cheng, a pleasure as always.
Thanks for having me.
And you can watch Game 3 of the WNBA Finals tonight on TSN. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. That's it for me today. We'll see you back tomorrow at 3 Eastern, no Pacific. Have a good one.